Hello and welcome back to Skeggsy on the farm in rural Thailand. This video is all about a hay baler, hay bales and saving money and the cost of it all. I'm going to try and do the video before the cockerel wakes up or decides that it's going to start singing. Anyway, as you know, over the last 2 or 3 days or so we've been able to go out with a hay baler because it hasn't been raining, and these are some of the hay bales that we've collected off our own land. Last year we purchased 8 rye off one of the family. We had rice on it originally, and we kept rice again for this year. The rice obviously was cut, you might have seen the video already, and we've been out with our hay baler on our own land and actually turning the hay into hay bales, which gives us a saving, because each one of the hay bales last year, and I think we bought 1,500 of them, cost 50 baht per bale. So the fact that we're getting 6, maybe 700 bales from our own land, maybe a little bit more, it just gives you a bit of a saving, and another reason why we bought ourselves a hay baler, though it was expensive and it will be a couple of years before we get our money back on it. But we did it on our own land, and these guys will actually go and collect it for you. There's 3 of them working as a team. They go off to where everybody needs to be bales to be collected. As I say, at the moment they've been collecting it on our land. They use these machines to actually do all sorts of things, but the main thing is it's for ploughing. So when they put their own rice in, they will use this as a plough to actually do it, plough their own fields. I did actually have a go at one of these last year. It has got a throttle on it, but once you open up the throttle and it starts moving, I couldn't personally keep up with it. I was like running, and I couldn't, it was no good for me. It's okay when you're sitting on it and that, because it's a good ride, but these guys will load these trailers up. This is Chai and his friend. They've been going out every day, as I say, with their hay baler, and they're just discussing where they're going to go and collect hay today. The guys who actually go off and collect the hay, they get paid 10 baht per bale. So if you can imagine, as I say, we had 1,500 bales last year, and that cost us at 50 baht per bale, quite a lot of money. So we're making a bit of a saving this year. If you're wondering why hay and what they use the hay for, just about everybody in this area has either got cows or buffalo, and when the rice is actually in the fields, the buffalo and cows cannot go out because they will eat the rice. So this is like winter feed for the cows and buffalo. There's a bit of a war going on at the moment because obviously it was such a bad year with rain, and a lot of people struggle to find grass. As you know, again, if you've been watching our videos, we grow our own grass, so we didn't quite have the problem. We were feeding grass in the morning and actually giving hay in the evening to the cows. Now this actually happened on, I think it was about the 2nd or 3rd trip. This cart obviously snapped. Now when I got closer to it, it was absolutely rotten. I think wood lice, or what's the things that eat wood? Basically there was nothing left of it at all. It was absolutely rotten, so that's going to take a little bit of work, but they've been using these carts for many years. As you can see, that's beginning to fill up now, and don't forget it's 10 baht for every time that they carry one in. I think they said they've got 2 more trips after this to go and do, and they're going to still carry on after that. Now we can negotiate with our hay baler to other people, because we will go out, or Diep's going out every day finding customers. They will say to them, do you want the straw yourself? If they don't, then we can actually say, well, we will do your straw and turn it into bales for free. long as we can have your straw, or we will actually do the bales and actually charge them a costing. So as I say, our hay baler is actually making us a little bit of money at the moment. How much I don't know, because until it's actually all added up over the time, but they're doing roughly about 700 to 800 bales per day. So they're doing all right. And as I say, that this particular shed now is beginning to fill up quite good. So there was, I think, when I got here, there was probably about 20 to 30 bales left after the winter. But say Thailand's had a funny year this year with all the rain. So there's a lot of times where we couldn't actually use grass. Anyway, they're about to disappear and go and get another go of it. As you can see, that this goes right the way into our shed, and the thought of a fire hazard has actually been mentioned and talked about several times, because my bed actually folds onto the back of that. Diep had to move her bed because it was affecting her eyes originally with the straw. Anyway, look, this is all about the farm and what goes on every day. This is basically what we do every day at the moment. Things will change once all the hay's in, and I hope you found it interesting. This is Skeggsy on the farm in rural Thailand. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.